Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
I hate Mercury.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
I hate Mercury.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
I hate Mercury.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
I hate Mercury.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
I hate Mercury.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
I hate Mercury.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
I hate Mercury.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
I hate Mercury.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
Good day, good day, good day. Wherever you are on the planet, you are tuned in to the one and only Lunar Lounge Podcast with myself, Israel Josie. Welcome. Where are you on the planet? What is the weather like where you are? Keep your questions coming. I'm live on YouTube, live on Instagram, live on LinkedIn. And again, I'm not live on Facebook. What the heck is going on? I've noticed quite a few people having a few difficulties with whether it's their internet or gadgets and Mercury's. I mean, normally we say, oh well, Mercury's he's not retrograde and he's out of the shadow period. What the heck's going on? Anywho, it is what it is. Welcome to planet Earth. I suppose we can blame it from some other planet. Maybe Uranus stationing going retrograde. I don't know. Saturn. We've got to blame somebody, right? Listen, towards the end of the show, we're going to have the tarot card of the week. Let's see what tarot card is coming out for us over the course of the next week. I will be bringing up the chart for the moment. We're going to be looking at the cosmos, the world of astrology. For any of you who are tuning in for the first time, thank you. Do come again. Bring a friend, bring a family. Tell your uncles to tell their uncles, aunts, nephews, friends, and cousins to all come along. And yes, if you're watching on the YouTube, do subscribe to the channel so you will get updates as to, well, I'm live every week, Wednesday, 12:30 p.m. UK time. Of course, but there are going to be some special ones. Listen, people, I am going to be collaborating with a few people. I've got some exciting news. They're not showing it yet, but soon come. Don't worry. But yeah, there's so we're gonna be doing some stuff here. Lunar Lounge is we're getting ready to move big, but we're already big, right? Listen, shout out to everybody who download, who listen to the podcast. Of course, you know what region you belong to, right? Brazil, Amsterdam, Pakistan, UAE. Big numbers are really growing now. they're catching up. I think they're about in second or third place. Switzerland, UK, of course. Well, that's expected to some degree, maybe to some degree. USA, yeah, we need more USA people, but we do have a few people from the USA who come in here. You know, I'm sure they're going to be popping in a moment. France, of course, got a few people. Bonjour, people from France, wherever you are. Listen, I want to thank you for supporting the show. Please continue supporting. That's how it grows in numbers. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Just keep spreading the word. This is the #1 cosmic astrology podcast. Yeah, I know people, the likes of Chris Brennan. Shout out to Chris Brennan. The astrology podcast may say, you know, who gave you that title then? Yeah, okay. All right, after Chris Brennan. All right. But I'm just joking. But yeah, it is growing, and I'm looking to just grow it as, listen, sky's the limit. People say sky's the limit. I say the cosmos is the limit. How about that? And the cosmos is eternal. So is this show. So, yeah, keep your comments coming. What is the weather like where you are? I'm in cloudy. Just finished raining early this morning, London. It's not, I know we're moving closer to the autumn equinox, but it's not quite here yet. Technically, we're still in summer, but you know, you can start to feel the things changing over. Do forgive me, you might see me munching on this throughout the show. You know me, my moon in Taurus, I'm always munching on something, but people, you need to get into this. I know a few of you may be thinking, what the hell is he eating? Or drinking, for that matter. This is Irish moss, or sea moss. I don't know, I mean, your introduction to it, I know, you know, as people of a certain color, we like to, you know, what's the word? Terminology, yeah, well, I don't know, put terms on things. Sea moss, baby. Go get your sea moss, also known as Irish moss. This is it. To die for. This is good stuff. Got the nutrients in, very good. And you can make it yourself. Just boil it up, put a bit in there. I put a bit of ginger in there. I put a bit of nutmeg in there, just a tiny little bit, so it's got that little taste there. A little bit of ginger. Some people put milk in there. I don't put milk in mine. Don't play with dairy like that. But yeah, just have it pure. Just have it boiled. And then you can just put it somewhere cool. You can have it in the fridge. And from time to time, yeah, it's like that. Yvette's letting me know it looks like baby food. Yeah, it does look like baby food, doesn't it? But very nutritious. As it should be. Anyway, enough eating. Just showing off with my sea moss. So that's what it is. I've got piles of it. When I get around to buying it, it's very simple to make as well. Just soak it in some water, you know what I mean? And you can just give it a little boil, blend it up. That's good. And you can put things in there. You can put seeds in there, pumpkin seeds, you know, that kind of stuff. And yeah, you can just make it more, but it's very, very high in minerals and nutrients. And that's what you want to get, right? Want to get your minerals and your nutrients. And speaking of minerals and nutrients, people, this show is brought to you, sponsored by the one and only Magic Mind. Want to get uplifted, want to feel energized? Do remember, in the information description in all my podcasts, you will see the link and the discount code. It gives you a 20% discount code for that. So yeah, it is what it is. Anywho, welcome to the show. I see Faye's in the building. How you doing? Good afternoon. Angela, Coco Brown, how you doing? Angela Love is in the building. Jackie's here. LaDonna's here. Oh, everybody is all in. I got Mary in the building. Geraldine, my dear, how are you doing? Hope you are well. How's everything going? So yeah, it is what it is. I noticed I was pointing to the screen there where my I think my left is your right and your right is my left. So I should have been pointing there. I've just noticed that when, just looking it back on it. Some of you have got the reverse of my. Why that is, I've got no idea. Why is that? I think you guys on Instagram have got that. Anyway, shout out to Pretty. How you doing? Good day to you. Jasmine, how you doing? Mason, all the way from New York. How you doing, my dear? Hello, Rebecca. How you doing, Rebecca? We got DJ Official. Is it DJ Official? I don't know if I'm calling DJ Official. Listen, shout out to Paula. Alchemy and Astrology. How you doing? It was great to meet you at the AA conference. Got a few people here met up at the AA conference. Geraldine, where were you? I didn't see you at the AA conference. That's the place I thought I would see you. Mind you, they didn't have the. I mean, people got dressed up, but they didn't have the contest that they normally they have a best dress, outfit, that kind of thing. But yeah, didn't see you there this year. Hope you're well. Great to hear that you are good, Geraldine. Nice. We got N3C144. What is all these aliases and names and numbers that you've all got here? I don't know if it's a letter or a name or whatever. It feels like I'm doing numerology all over again. But shout outs to you. Yes, shout outs to you as well, Paula. Astrology and Alchemy. Rebecca, how you doing? Rebecca, I know I know who she is, We've spoken. And I'm having difficulty pronouncing her name. Louise. Let me not bother. Rebecca, how you doing? Yeah. So you missed it. You missed the yeah, as she's saying. Geraldine's letting me know. Yes, it was great to yes, that's right. You did wear a hat. I remember you. I remember everybody. I'm terrible. I'm good at remembering. I'm terrible at names. I think that's kind of got a bit like that since I've got older. But zodiac signs, planetary positions in your chart. Oh God, I remember them like no one's business. It's I'm telling you. Oh yeah, that's the one. Oh yeah, Sun in Capricorn. Oh yeah, Moon in Taurus. Oh yeah, that's it. The Cancer rising one. That I remember. But I'm not remembering names. What's going on? Old age getting me. Shout out to Mr. Akin from Germany. How you doing? Germany's in the building, people. Which part of Germany are you in, actually, Mr. Akin? Germany is one of my. I quite like Germany. I like the whole. I know, of course, Germany's, of course, because of the Second World War, of course, they're frowned upon, aren't they? But you can't listen. You can't just blame people. You can't just dump. Well, I know it happens, but you can't just dump a whole nation based on what a particular person and a group of people who thought a certain way did. Yeah. But point I want to get to is Germany is actually one of my favorite countries, actually, in Europe, especially. I just like the way they're. My favorite city in Germany is Munich. Munich. Hamburg's nice. Cologne's quite nice also as well. I often go there. You're in Bavaria. Okay. Okay. Würzburg. Okay. I know where you are. I think I've been there quite a bit, but yeah, Munich's the place for me. Really quiet. They're just kind of it's got a nice energy to it, a nice calm energy to it. But yeah, it is what it is. Coolio, welcome to see you here. We've got Linda in the building. Linda Saunders, welcome. Mary's in the building, of course. Shout out to Mary, all the way in Canada. All right. We've got people. This show's international. Make no mistake about it. Coco Brown says, Germany is not a country I have ever thought of visiting. You don't know what you're missing. You want to go Germany, I'm telling you. Germany's, but I hear what you're saying. There are some countries like that, aren't there? I think we all have countries like that. a little bit like the astrocartography. There's particular countries that we may have strong affinities with. That may be sometimes cultural influenced also as well. But we also have particular countries that may be even outside our cultural, norms. But we're attracted to it. We're attracted to a particular culture, maybe a particular food, kind of people. It could be a number. Not to, Mr. Atkins, let me know you're not too far from Munich. Munich's beautiful. Munich's beautiful. I really like it there. But yeah, we do. But I hear what you're saying there, Coco Brown. But Germany is nice. It is a nice place. I'm not gonna. And to be quite honest, I'll let you in on something, Coco Brown. I used to, somewhat to some degree, have that thought as well. Like Germany, what I don't want to go Germany. That's because again, society sometimes, or media may paint a picture of a particular place, but unless you go there and really sort of like immerse yourself in that place, even if you're just there for a week, even if you're just there as a tourist, sometimes it changes. I mean, when I went to Finland, Sweden, these Scandinavian countries for the first time, it blew my frigging mind. Like, what? There's places like here on planet Earth, and that's what traveling, I'm telling you, man, traveling. And even from an astrology, you can kind of see that ninth house. The idea that traveling really opens up your mind. It changes your way of thinking. Yeah, because you see things, you meet people, you see how people do things, you eat certain foods, it changes your orientation of the world. And unless you go there, you sometimes you can be, and again, not having a go at you guys in America, it's almost like, for many, not so much, maybe it's got better, I feel, maybe in the last 20 years. But Americans, for example, I mean, because, again, I'm not having a go at them, and I think it's because America is just such a huge place. Sometimes a lot of Americans feel like there's no place that exists outside of the US, and of course, their only information is whatever media is feeding them over there. Right, and of course they've got Hollywood, and they've got these big blockbuster TV channels. So it's whatever is fed to them is what they're getting. So it's quite interesting. But Germany is a good. Again, before I went to Germany, and it was actually boxing that took me there when I used to box back in the day. And I boxed for the UK and was taken over there. And then I went there when I turned pro. I trained over there for a little bit also as well. It was great. I mean, the people were great. The food was great, and just the order, the structure of the country is just. There's something quite Saturnian about it. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. And got a So it's Rebecca's saying, yes, it's French. Louise, okay. Yeah, French. We like a bit of French, don't we? Geraldine saying, can I listen to the talk you did at the conference? Yes, you can. It's actually available on YouTube. Yeah, the talk that I gave and the talk that Deborah Holden gave also as well as the opening prenary. Oh, I can never pronounce that word. Anyway, it's on there. It is on it's on YouTube, so you can get it. Shout out to Astro Cartel. Yes. Rebecca's letting me know Astro Cartography. Yeah. Astro Cartography is great. Shout out to Malid Marie. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge Show. I'll be bringing up the chart for the moment after I stop waffling about. You know what I mean? Just doing a little bit of Mercury chit chat at the moment. But yeah, Germany's cool. Germany is cool. Shout out to Lexi. Welcome to the show, my dear. How are you doing? How are you and the family? See it right there. My username comes from art I did. I see a funny face in the cutout. See it right there. Oh, is that for me? Or are you speaking to somebody else? I'm lost. Okay. Jackie's saying Croatia and Romania did that for me. Yeah, you see? I mean, listen, let me tell you something, people. Um, when you see, listen, Croatia. Let me tell you something. If you want to see the best beaches on planet Earth, I'm telling you, man. If you were to count, I don't know. I mean, there's some amazing beaches on this planet. But let's do it. If you're going to say top 10, Croatia's going to be in there. And I'm telling you, even if you were to say top 5, and if Croatia was in the top 5, it wouldn't surprise me. I'm telling you, if you're talking about beaches, I'm telling you, Romania as well. If you go to Romania, try to go to Transylvania. Yeah, the place where Dracula. Yeah, try to go to Transylvania. Absolutely stunning. You think, what? Like places like this are on this planet. Like, I'm telling you, man, people, I cannot encourage you more to travel. I'm telling you, travel. Whether you're driving, whether you're going by plane, boat, travel, man. It really opens up your mind. I'm telling you. Places that you would never think, like, wow. It's like, really? Yeah. It's cool. Mr. Akin saying Germany is quite cool, conservative. Yes, and bureaucratic, but it's okay. It's a nice place. I agree with you. They're very conservative, very Saturnian. So I think they've got a very strong Saturn in their chart, very Saturnian. Mr. Akin saying, I think Croatia should be amongst the top 5 beaches on Earth. Yeah, they've got some. Listen, go to places like Montenegro. Jesus, what the heck is going on? I'm telling you, like places that you'd think, what? You know, I mean, when we think of beaches, we think of Jamaica, of course, which is, of course, I mean, Jamaica's got to be what, number 1 or 2 in terms of beaches on this planet. I mean, come on. You know, you think of Bahamas, places like that, Barbados, of course. The Caribbean, listen, blessed with the best beaches on planet Earth. But Greece, you go to some of these islands of Greece, man. You go to Sardinia in Italy. Come talk about beaches. Jesus, man. Got me sounding like a Christian. Got me blaspheming up in here. I'm telling you, some of the best beaches. Go to south of France. Yeah. Go to Saint-Tropez or Cannes. Yeah, you'd see some beaches. I'm telling you. It is what it is. Shout out to Hannah Marshall. How you doing? Welcome to the Lunar Lounge show. Olena's in the building. Oh, I forgot you. How can I forget to mention your name? Olena's in the building. We got competition time coming up, and I will be posing another question as well. So yeah. Hang on. Hold tight for that. What else? What else has been in the news? Anything? I haven't really been watching the news. It's the usual suspects. For some reason, I need to have just another bite of my Irish moss. And with a bit of water as well. Moon in Taurus, Cancer rising. All I do is drink and eat. Yeah, I'm about to lose some pounds right now. Yeah, got my ass back in that gym, man. Shout out to Tiffany, all the way from Memphis, Tennessee. Like I said, this show is international. Coco Brown says, it sounds like you have traveled to many places, Israel. You sound well-seasoned traveler. I certainly am. I am listen, traveling is like, it's not a hobby. Well, I don't know, you could put it down as a hobby, but it's a love of mine. It is a love of mine. And I always take it to, and like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm attracted to certain places more than other people, perhaps, or I have certain affinities or certain, I think that goes without saying. We all have that, you know. Check your astrocartography, see where you move in. Shout out to I was going to say Cloud Purple. Cloud Purple. I was going to say Purple Cloud. Croatia. Here. Yes. Shout out Vanessa, Corey. Big up. I saw your text. I've seen your text. I haven't got back to it though. I know. But I see you. I see you, Vanessa. Big up, Vanessa. Shout out to Cloud Purple. Shout out to brother Lloyd Strayhorn. astronumerologist. Don't worry, I'm going to be having him back on the show. So don't worry, we're going to be talking about that. And there's going to be other people as well who are coming on the show. Listen, the Lunar Lounge is about to blow. So it is what it is. So yeah, Croatia's big. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm very well traveled. I always try to go to a country that I've never been every year, if not twice a year. I always try to visit a country that I've never been. Sometimes I go back to countries that are favorite to me very often. Places like Italy, for example, are one of my favorite countries. Especially Sardinia. Oh God, it's bloody paradise on earth. I'm telling you. But yeah, I do. But I try to visit countries. There's a few African countries who I haven't been to yet. I mean, Africa's a huge continent, of course, but I do want to explore some of. I need to get to that Kenya, that Zimbabwe. I need to go down there. You know what I mean? Botswana. I need to go down there. South Africa. I need to visit. You know what I mean? There's just so much. I've done a lot of North Africa, West Africa, but shame about places like, obviously, situations that are going on in Congo and places like that. Those places also I want to visit. But I always try to go to a country that I've never been to. Like just go. There are some countries that are on my top list, but a little bit war torn, if you want to say. Iraq's one of them. I want to go to Iraq. I've been wanting to go to Iraq. I've been wanting to go to places like Saudi and Iraq from a child. Seriously. Iraq, I want to go because, you see, Iraq, they've got some old, the old Babylonian cultures. I'm telling you, what I'm trying to say? So I know a lot of it was destroyed during the Iraq war and stuff like that, but those are places that these are what some of the top ones on my list that I'm really Japan. Got to go there. What I'm trying to say? But there are some places that sometimes you just think, I ain't got no strong, want to go there. It does happen like that. So yeah. Mr. Akin saying I'm still waiting for you to get back to me. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah. I'm sure if I got £1, if I got £1 for every person who's waiting for me to get back to them, no disrespect. Me and Bill Gates will probably be we'll probably be buddies. I'll be rubbing shoulders with the likes of Donald Trump and in terms of money, I'm talking here. But yeah, it is what it is. No disrespect. It's just that's just hectic. Coco Brown saying your 9th house must be busy or well aspected. Yeah, bit of both. But the ruler of my 9th house, is the strongest planet in my chart. So that's where I think it comes from. Iraq will be interesting. Yeah, I'm dying to go there, definitely. Shout out to Mish. Good day. What are we talking about here? From Australia. What? Oh, you done it. You done it. Australia. The thunder from down under. Good day, mate. Yeah. Love the Aussies. Welcome to the show. We've got Mish all the way from Australia. Oh, well, at the moment, I'm just rabbling on, Mish. Just talking about nice places to visit and places that I like, country stuff like that. Mish is saying, oh my Lord, what have I done? You done it, meaning from Australia. I was talking about how international the show was. But yeah, you've definitely taken it there. Don't worry, I'm going to be bringing up the chart of the moment. Let's look at where the planets are. And maybe we might know why is it I'm been talking about traveling. Maybe Jupiter's somewhere very strong. Well, we know he's in Cancer, so he's very strong. But let's have a look. Yeah. What else? Who else has joined? Olena, hello. How you doing, my dear? I love that name, Olena. It's so beautiful. It's Eleanor, Olena. I like it. It just rolls off. Turtle Wildflower, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Hannah Marshall saying, I love Japan. Oh, so you've been to Japan. Wow. Okay. I like it. Yeah, I heard their culture's very. There's something about it. I want to go there. Korea, I want to go. Yeah, and I know you might be thinking. So when I say Korea, I mean both. I want to go north and south. I know. Okay, North Korea's a bit, with Kim Jong Un. What's happened to him of lately? We ain't heard nothing from him lately. What's happening? What's happening? Is he taking a break? Yeah. Can someone get on the phone to Kim Jong Un? What's happening? He seems to. I don't know. Maybe he's tuck-tailing because of Donald Trump. Who knows? Let's let's see how that. Anyway, enough rambling on. Let's go to the chart of the moment. Bear with me. I'm gonna share my screen. And let's go. Voila, here is the chart for the moment. Well, look at that. Jupiter's in the ninth. Well, I'm in London, of course, but Jupiter's in the ninth house. Of course, we're talking about traveling. An exalted Jupiter in the ninth house. Yeah, maybe that's why I'll be talking about traveling. Travel. What's going on here? Anywho, well, that's the chart for the moment. The moon is in Aries. Maybe that's another reason why we've maybe been talking about travel. Maybe we want a bit of action. We want a bit of adventure, a bit fiery. We got the moon in Aries at the moment, so it's a bit fiery. But she's soon going to be void, I think. Is she not? She's at 25 at the moment. Yeah, she's going to be void. I think she's void already. Yeah, we got a void one. Anywho, let's talk about where the planets are right now and what can we look forward to. Keep your comments coming. Put your questions coming. I will be catching them also, of course. Coco Brown, astrology never fails. Yeah, that's true. Mish, so grateful for YouTube. Helps me see places I'd never. That is true. But the thing is with traveling is, again, I always tell people, it's quite interesting. You got to go there. You've got to immerse yourself. Don't get me wrong. Social media, traveling sites are wonderful. People or influencers who do traveling influencers who, do all these videos, beautiful videos, show us beautiful places, wonderful. But there's nothing quite like, again, that's why they say experience is the best teacher. There's nothing quite like being there, hearing the people, eating the food, touring the countries, going to these places physically. Listen, you never appreciate, for example, like the pyramids of Egypt until you go there. Don't get me wrong, they are breathtaking in picture, they are breathtaking on film, but when you go there and you touch them, there's a huge difference. You know what I'm trying to say? And that goes for anywhere, everywhere and anywhere. If there's something about that physical, entrenched experience that you've got to be a part of. So, but it is great. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not against all these YouTube or social media people who are wonderful. I follow so many. I think after cats on my Instagram, apart from cat channels or cat platforms, I think the next one are probably like holiday destinations. I love it. I love watching all these little videos that people put together. It's great. It's great stuff. Tiffany says, I haven't done much international traveling yet and must get on it as soon as my baby is a bit older. Yes, take your baby with you. We're wonderful. Yeah, traveling's good. I remember I met, again, sorry to go off on a tangent here. I forgot where I was going. I was going on holiday somewhere. I think it might have been Iceland. But I met a man at the airport and we got talking and he told me how his two children, from when they were young, he just took them traveling. He said he took them through Spain and they spent a bit of time in Spain and then in Italy. He said he just took them traveling. And he said these children today are just so open, so connected, so like it was amazing. It was like, wow, that this is a father, and no disrespect to any fathers out there. I'm not saying because you may not have necessarily done that with your children, you're not a good father. But I'm just saying that this was a father that he was onto something, and he knew what he obviously knew what he was doing. But he just said he just took his children traveling, and his his children just learned different languages, and they were just open, and they were just and they were all successful in their fields in terms of where they're at right now. It was quite astonishing. So it's quite cool. Clyde Purple's asking, or Vanessa or Corey is asking, Israel, are you able to share about Mars in Scorpio? Yeah, we can talk about Mars in Scorpio. Although Mars is not in Scorpio yet, but it's going to be going into Scorpio in the next 2 weeks or so. We'll have a look at that. Yeah, he's going to be going in some other. Yep, I will talk about Mars in Scorpio. No problem. Cloud Purple saying, I keep saying Cloud Purple. I know who it is. It's either Vanessa or Corey. Or it's both of them. Says Israel, experience is the biggest teacher. Well said. Providing natural progression to wisdom. Yeah. Experience it. You gotta experience it, man. You gotta experience it. It's quite interesting when people who haven't been to places are still and they may have got some information, whether it's through social media or through wherever, but you can kind of tell that you ain't been there yet, have you? Like, go there. Like, just see. And don't get me wrong, just because you go places, it doesn't necessarily, again, astrocartography doesn't necessarily mean that the experience is going to be pleasant all the time. Some people do, encounter some not so pleasant journeys. So Hannah Marshall's telling me, yes, she's visited there twice. Well, I'll be damned. MQ123. I like you guys who come with names and numbers. I am not a number. Shout out to Dinah. How you doing, my dear? Shout out to the UAE. Shout out to Dubai. In the building. Welcome to the show. So you've been to Japan twice. Well, yeah, it must be nice. It must be nice if you went there twice, I must say. Tiffany saying my baby has a 9th house stellium, Venus, Sun, Jupiter, Mercury. People coming to the show just talk all their whole charts. Venus, Sun, Jupiter, Mercury in Gemini, and my 9th house is Cancer. Travel with family. Yeah, with North Node, with the ruler, Moon in the 3rd. Yeah, yeah. What are you waiting for, Tiffany? Get going. Buy that plane ticket. You and the baby. Or babies. Either way, go. It's great. See it right there. Says, does astral traveling count? No. And the reason why astral travel doesn't count is because you're not going there physically. There's something about the physical connection. You see, the thing is you see, mind, body, spirit, body, mind, however you want to, but mind, body, spirit, is that if you go to a place, you're bringing all three together. If you astral travel, you're going there spiritually, right? You're going there astral, from on the astral plane, but we are here on the physical plane. So you want to take your physical body with you, because you astral travel, but you can't eat. You can't eat per se. You want to go there. You want to feel the land. You want to put your foot on the land. You want to eat the food and talk with the locals, and you may be able to do that on the astral plane, but there's certain things that, so you want that whole body, mind, body, soul, mind, body, spirit experience for when you do travel. So yeah, astral traveling don't count. It's a nice way to go though, but yeah, it's cheaper. Astrologer Mohit is in the building. Hi, sir. How you doing? Welcome to the show. I am well. Thank you very much. Astrologer Mohit. Happy to see you as well. Great for you to be here. So anyway, let's get back to the chart. Let's see what's happening here. So the moon is in Aries. She's coming to the end, so she's a somewhat void. But that's okay. What's happening? There's not a lot of planetary aspects. There's not a lot. Mercury's separating from that square to Jupiter. Cloud Purple, don't worry. I'm going to be talking about Mars in Scorpio in a moment. So Mars is separating from that square he had with Jupiter. And he's making his way into Scorpio, but that's going to be another 2 weeks or so. He'll move into Scorpio. Venus is not, she's doing her own thing. We still got the sextile coming up to Mars, so that's going to be good. I spoke about that last week, and that's getting closer and closer. So she's moving to a sextile to Mars. But what else is happening? Mercury's coming back to make the conjunction to the Sun. It probably will be Cassini at some point. We'll have a look at that. Maybe in the next 3 days, we're going to have a Cassini Sun. A Cassini Sun. Mercury Cassini. But what else? There's not much really going on. We've got the generational planet Uranus trining Pluto, but this is a generational thing, right? And this is for you guys who are born in the 60s. Was it 65, 64, 65? Those of you who were born with the Uranus Pluto conjunction in Virgo. Yeah. The attention to details, the what you call it? The what's the word I'm looking for here? Uranus, Pluto in Virgo. They are the attention to detail list. The health and safety. That's them. If you don't like your health and safety rules, it's because of the generation who were born with Uranus, Pluto in Virgo. Yeah. Blame them. How do I pronounce this name? Anarella. Yes, Anarella. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome aboard. Geraldine, she lets me know. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. The Uranus Pluto in, I can see why you worked for the NHS. You know, that's all what that's about. DJ Official said, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that name correctly. Can you talk about the significance of an eclipse, solar and lunar? I did that last week. No, didn't I? Okay, don't worry. I'll be talking about that. Few things on the list there. Mars in Scorpio and about the eclipses. Okay, no problem. I got you, DJ Official. I will talk about that. Geraldine's letting me know it's boring. You sure about that? Not so boring. So yeah, what is happening here? LaDonna, the French are protesting on the streets to get Macron out. Yeah, I know. I don't think Macron's got long. Maybe that last eclipse, which was in Pisces, that lunar eclipse, I think is getting him out. I tell you, somebody else is going to be out as well before Christmas. Who's that? The leader of the Conservative Party over here in the UK? Kemi, whatever. I can never pronounce her surname. Kemi, we all know who she is. She's going as well. There's going to be quite a few people going. Watch out. Astrologer Mohit saying, I am a Vedic astrologer. Please, can you share date of birth of this chart? Share date of birth of this. Which chart? The chart I've got up? Oh, no, the chart I've got up is not a chart. It's the current chart for now. It's the current chart for now. And something is telling me, Astrologer Mohit, that you are a Vedic astrologer. This is Western. We're using tropical zodiac here, not the Vedic one. So, of course, in Vedic astrology, the Sun is still in Leo, Mercury is still in Leo, Venus is still in Cancer, Jupiter is still in Gemini, you know, Mars is in Virgo because it goes back 23 degrees. So I'm looking at the chart for now and how it's relating to the understanding of what's happening in the world right now. That's what it is. Yeah, no. Yeah, no worries, Vanessa. No need to apologize. And that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I know it's one of you. It's either you or Corey or both of you. So it's cool. See right there says yes, I have it. Yes, I have. Coco Brown. How about you? Oh, who's that for? Coco Brown says I've kind of practiced it, more like preparing, but not actually done it yet. Not done what? Is that for me? Or you guys talking amongst each other? Probably you guys are talking about amongst each other. Ladonna says, can you talk about the collapses that is happening? Collapses that is happening. What's the actual astrological influence here? France is broke because they no longer have access to the resources from African countries. Yeah, I don't know. People, do be careful with a lot of information that you're hearing. This idea that France is broke for some reason is a nonsense. It's not actually true. Do be mindful. Yeah, we know that there's a lot of stuff happening in terms of countries in on the African continent who want to sort of like release themselves of certain structures or commitments or agreements which they've had with certain we say West, but it can be European countries also as well. European countries don't necessarily have to be in the West, but we tend to just lump them in one bucket and just say the West. Do be mindful. There's a lot of false information, and people they prey on people's ignorance. Remember that your ignorance will be preyed upon by whoever you know who wants to do that. So that's it. Mr. Atkins saying it's a surprise that Kemi lasted this long. Yeah, I agree. To be quite honest, I'm surprised. We knew she was playing Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, yeah, and the rest. Never ending fairy tale. The moment she got in, I thought, yeah, right. So it's like a good puppet. If she's there by Christmas, I'll be surprised. I'm telling you, I'll be impressed. I mean, I'm already impressed that she's lasted that long. So yeah, cool stuff there. But yeah, so don't worry. Mars and Scorpio, going to talk about lunar eclipses, their significance, and also about what LaDonna asked also as well about the collapses. I mean, there's various things that can indicate collapses. Saturn, Uranus. We know that all the big planets this year, 2025, all the big planets shifted signs, right? All the big planets. Pluto went into Aquarius. Neptune went into Aries. Uranus moved into Gemini. These are big shifts, people. When those big boys shift thing, and Saturn also shifted also as well, although he's gone back into Pisces again. And Uranus is going to go back into Taurus again, and Neptune is going to go back into Pisces again. But they'll all go back again permanently next year in 2026. So these are the things that are bringing lots of rearrangements. When these big planets change signs, depending on the countries, because each country will have its date of birth and will have its own chart, it's going to disrupt, change certain things about that country. It will affect the government. It will affect the economical powers or platforms. It will affect the people. As we're seeing, I mean, over here in the UK, we're seeing things changing. We're seeing the Reform Party getting a really, people are leaving, so all of these kind of things, we're seeing things shift. So planets like Uranus, planets like Neptune and Pluto are all about that. The thing is with astrology, it's very individual. We cannot look at Africa. You can look at various African countries based on their chart. Now, and then there's also something else even in and around that in terms of how they are functioning and what is happening with that country, what is happening with the economics, the leadership of that country. But you see, Africa's got its own problems. And it's got nothing to do with the West, by the way. I'm making that very clear. It's got its own problems, which is not a Western thing. It's not to do with our Western or European kind of thing. It's got its own internal problems, always has. And that needs to be something that needs to be addressed on that level. But from an astrological perspective, we have to look at each country individually. What is the chart of that country? What transits are they having? And what it is that is, what is it that's collapsing? Every dog has its day. Every empire comes along. Every empire, look throughout your history. Every group of people, every nation group of people have had their highs and lows. At one point, group of people will be the talk of the world. They'll be the center of attention. They will be running the country. Everything, it revolves or seems to revolve around them. And then it dips and then it comes up. With every hill, there is a valley. And so we have to be very mindful. We have to understand how cycles work. Everything is cyclical. That's the basis of how astrology works. Nothing is linear. Everything is cyclical. What goes around comes around, right? This whole universe goes through resets, rephase, beginning, middle, ending of phase, collapsing of a phase. So everything has its own, and everything's working within a context. Everything's working within a time frame. Everything's working within a place. So everything, all of that needs to be taken into consideration. So, but the big planets shifting, signs, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, shifting into other signs is a big thing. It's a big deal. And we're going to have, so for example, we've noticed with Uranus in Gemini. Now, we've noticed that with Uranus in Gemini, it always coincides, especially with the US, having revolutionary wars, right? But also other places, Uranus in Gemini has always been connected with war. The last time it was in Gemini was the Second World War. Hence why people are, saying that we could be on the verge of a third world war. It's not going to surprise me. And the way things are going right now, because if you think for one moment Putin's backing down from Mr. Trump, you've got another thing coming. No, not gonna be so. Although Trump's got he's got a few things up his sleeve. Don't get me wrong, but nevertheless, it's this thing's huge. And then you've got the Middle East, and then and then there's other wars, and there's wars that are going on we're not even hearing about. Again, we're talking about the continent of Africa. Wars that you're like, what's going on? So it's like an endless kind of cycle. So all of these things have to be taken into consideration when we're speaking about planetary. But yeah, a lot of African countries, and not just African countries, all throughout the world, are having big shifts. They're having major shifts, man. And whether it be the West or whether it be the quote unquote leading countries, but every dog has its day. I know some people feel maybe a certain way towards Western countries, and we want it to. No, everything falls. Everything comes to an end at some point. Doesn't mean it's going to come to an end in your lifetime. Empires don't just rule for a certain amount; they rule for years. It can rule for 1,000 years sometimes, some of them. 600 years, 500 years. They will be on top of things, and sometimes an astrological age, maybe approximately 1,000, 2,000 years. Egypt had, they were, when they were at the center, a center of learning, that everybody, it was Egypt's time. Babylonia had their time. The Persians had their time. Romans had their time. The Greeks had their time. The Aztecs, the Mayans, all of these great civilizations, they rise and fall. It's the laws of nature, man. Every dog has its day. You got to find yourself within that, what it's all about. But this thing about France thing, France is in a bit of a bother, but protesting. But this idea that France is broke, guys, please do your research properly. Not the case. And I know the situation with Torre and stuff like that. It's you guys you need to read between the lines. Lex is saying, could you touch on the politics in Jamaica, recent elections, future? What's happening there? I was actually on what you call it show the other few months ago talking about that. I was on TikTok and he was talking about Mr. Brown, how he's going to get in. I haven't looked at the elections or the situation with America. I said America with Jamaica. I haven't been paying too much attention. I know that the election thing's been going on and stuff, but I haven't really been paying attention to who's participating Jamaica's Leo, isn't it? I know it's Leo's sun. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of the head where the other planets are. Again, these are huge topics, but Leo's fixed sign. So Pluto moving into what is it? August. Okay, so it's quite well. So Pluto's not there yet, but they might have planets at early degrees of Leo also as well, and maybe Pluto moving into Aquarius. That will make a big transformation and big change for people of Jamaica. So they have to, that could be a bit. But I'll need to bring up the chart for Jamaica. A lot of these questions that you guys are asking, I need to bring up the charts for the countries specifically that we're talking about, and then we can get a good understanding in and around that, which is a kind of lecture unto itself, really. Mr. Akin saying, with the events of world now, are we possibly moving towards World War III? Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. If there's not a World War III, we're going to be coming close to it, no doubt. No doubt. We're definitely going to be coming close to it. Hell yeah. Make no mistake about it. Cowboy Shrimp. What a name. Cowboy Shrimp, welcome to the show. What is this? Cowboy Shrimp, slay in the chat. Slay in the chat. I don't know what you meant by that. Tribal conflicts, yes. What's this? No, don't say that. No. Who is this? Are you a troll? But they died. Just want to stay alive. Looks like there's a troll in the building here. Cowboy Shrimp, identify yourself. You're not even making sense. I'm in the US. I don't want to be in World War III. Of course not. Nobody wants to be in World War III. The average person never wants to be in World War III. But sometimes the soul of the people, the collective I'm talking, will speak and will have the final say. I'm a human being in Texas. I'm 26 years old. Okay, I don't want to die. No one's saying you're going to die. And we're all going to die one day anyway. Anyway, enough of Cowboy Shrimp, enough attention on you with all your messages. Let's get back to the chart and speak. And I've still got Mars in Scorpio to speak about. That's going to be coming up. So what is happening over the course of the next couple of days or the next week? What aspects can we be looking forward to? Again, there's nothing really big aspect-wise. Let's have a look here. We're getting the Venus sextile Mars. That seems to be, it's happening now already, but it seems like it's getting stronger and stronger. Although Mars looks like it's almost look like Mars wants to pull away. But we're getting it closer and closer. This is the 14th of September. They're going to be exact sextile. So we're going to be having an exact sextile on the 15th of September, right, of Venus and Mars. We're going to have a Venus-Mars sextile on the 15th of September. Okay, cool. Now, Mars-Venus can be really good for relationships, can be good for passions, could be nice for doing something adventurous, doing something exciting, particularly with your partner. Can be good for you guys who are single out there, who are looking maybe to, bump up your life, your love life. Get it going. Can be great for making money. can also be great for spending money also as well. Can be quite creative. So yeah, we also have that as well. So that's something to definitely watch out for. What else have we got here? So that's on the 15th is when they're going to be exact, but they're aspected right now, right? I know today's the 10th, so over the course of the next 5-6 days, they're going to be a look at that, and they're going to be exact on the 16th also as well. It's going to be start separating. So 15th, 16th is when Venus Mars are going to be at the strongest, okay? And then starting from the 17th, Venus starts to separate. However, on the 17th, which will be next week, we've got a direct opposition from Mercury to Saturn. We've got Mercury-Saturn opposition. Now, I know over here in the UK, I'm taking a spoon again of my CMOS. I know over here, well, in London, not all over the UK, there's been some train strikes. I think it's for the whole week. Now, this is quite interesting because in a way, I mean, let's face it, I mean, this Mercury, well, starting in 4 days' time, it's going to be starting from about the 14th, 15th is where we're really getting the opposition of Mercury to Saturn. Yeah, Mercury-Saturn opposition. And then the sun's coming along also as well. So we're getting this Mercury-Saturn thing. Now, on the 17th is when it's going to be exact opposition, right? So we're going to be getting, for those of you who are traders, that's not going to be so great. Do watch out for people who are traveling, for you guys traveling around that time. When I say travel, whether it's both international or locally, regardless, travel is travel. Mercury is connected and governs that. So do be mindful. Make sure you leaving on time. Make sure you got everything checked and stuff like that. You could, we could, I say you could, as though that I'm not included. We could experience a few delays here with telecommunications, information process, data, anything to do with contract signing. You probably don't want to be signing contracts under that kind of planetary. Now, this is on the 17th. So technically, I would say from about the 13th, 14th of September until the 18th of September, you perhaps maybe don't want to be signing contracts during that, because we're going to have Mercury opposing Saturn. And Saturn, we know, yeah, again, brings those difficulties, inhibits, limits, blocks. Or you may even find out you're meant to sign a contract during that time and it gets postponed or gets delayed. Right? So do watch out for the delays during that particular phase. And then literally on the 18th of September, Mercury is going to move into the sign of Libra. Mercury is going to move into the sign of Libra. When Mercury moves into Libra on the 18th, he's going to trine Uranus and trine Pluto. Uranus in Gemini in his own sign, and this is going to be good, especially for you Geminis and you Virgos. But this is going to be very good. We're going to likely going to see a raise. We're going to see stock markets stocks. So you're trading. For those of you who trade, it's going to go up. I repeat, people, it's going to go up on the 18th of September. So do watch out for this. This is a real good one. Mercury is going to be trining Uranus and trining Pluto. Pluto, the planet of power, transformation. For those of you who are traders, you could make a lot of money with this. There's going to be a grand trine in the air signs with Mercury, Uranus, and Pluto. Bring it on, baby. I'll take a bit of that any day. The aspect or the trine is going to be exact. Well, it's going to be exact on the 18th, technically, 18th, 19th. 18th, 19th. Those 2 days are when that grand trine in air is going to be exact. Lots of communication, great for doing anything to do with literacy, great for anything to do with travel. We're going to be, that's going to be good. However, we're going to have the sun starting to oppose Saturn. Also on the, again, 18th, 19th of September, the sun is starting to oppose Saturn. What is going on here? And then on the, so that's going to be 18th, 19th. And then on the 20th of September, what have we got? Then Mercury's going to go. The Grand Trine is still there, but it's starting to weaken. So it's starting to wane. So 18th, 19th, stock markets should shoot up. Baby, make your money. Starting from the 20th, may start going down. Great for information, great for travel, great for any form of telecommunication or information or data analysis. That's really, really good. Communication should be running quite smooth, should be running quite well in and around that time. And then on the 21st of September, we're going to have a new moon eclipse, another eclipse in the sign of Virgo. Remember the last moon what we had, that was also in Virgo, right? Well, we're going to be having another one. We're going to be having another one in Virgo. These things happen. Sometimes we'll have two full moons in the same sign or two new moons in the same sign. In this case, it's an eclipse. And it's in the sign of Virgo. It's not a total eclipse, but nevertheless, it will carry some. It will carry with eclipses. And somebody asked me earlier on to speak about eclipses. Who was it who spoke about? Who asked me to speak about the eclipses? I'm just going through the messages here. It was DJ. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. DJ Cole. DJ. Sorry. DJ official. Do forgive me if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. But asked me to talk about the significance of an eclipse, solar or lunar. So I'll speak about that in a moment. So we'll be looking at that. So new moon on the 21st of September. It's about new beginnings. And then, and I'm going to come back and talk about the eclipse, solar or lunar, in a moment. On the 22nd of September, Mars is going to move into the sign of Scorpio. So let me talk about Mars in Scorpio first. And then I'm going to talk about the eclipse, or the effects or the significance of eclipses. Mars in Scorpio for Cloud Purple. And Cloud Purple is written here. History is written by victors. Winston Churchill. Yes, well said, Israel. Always important to be aware of global timelines. Yeah, everything's time. That's what astrology is based on. Everything is time. Everything has its season. You reap what you sow. You sow what you reap. What goes around comes around. It's the laws of the universe. It's the laws of karma. Call it as you wish. Everything's time. And everybody has their time. Everybody has their opportunity. Everybody has their ups and has their downs. The question is, when you was up, how did you deal with it? What did you do with it? What did you do with this position, power, whatever, eminence that the universe gave you? How did you handle it? And when you were down, what was your response to it? People often put themselves in victimized mindsets. And it's poor me, poor me, poor me. Oh, but when they're on the high, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest. Be very, very mindful of that mindset. Gets you nowhere. So yeah, everything is about time. We've all heard the saying, time is the master, Mr. Saturn. And he is. Time is the master. So, on the 22nd, yes, as above, so below. Certainly, most definitely, Vanessa. On the 22nd, yeah, the Law of Correspondence. Somebody's been reading the Kabbalion there. One of my favorite books. I'm actually writing a book. I'm in this. I keep saying I'm writing a book. A book should have been finished ages ago, but it's connected with. It's based on the principles of the 7 Hermetic principles and astrology. So that's good. Tiffany's saying, I have Saturn in the first house. Sometimes I just like Saturn to forget stuff I've done. Sometimes I just like Saturn to forget stuff I've done. Really? Yeah. Saturn may forget, but your soul doesn't. Cowboy Shrimp, back again. Shout out to Shakti. Ooh, love that name. Shakti. Oh no, it's not Shakti. Or is it? It looks like Shakti. It's Shanti. Apologies. Welcome to the show, Shanti. Cowboy Shrimps still sending messages. I was really scared earlier and and you thought I was a troll. Yeah. Look how much messages you've sent. Nothing to be scared of. This is just the Lunar Lounge podcast. Nothing to be scared of at all. Wow, I'm obsessed with 7 Hermetic Principles. Yeah, it's a great book. We look forward to reading this, Israel. Cloud Purple found it on all. Yeah, it should be an interesting one. Anyway, let's talk about this Mars in Scorpio, since you've asked about it. So Mars in Scorpio, Mars rules Scorpio. Now, I'm going to let you in on something. This is Mars's favorite sign. I repeat, this is Mars's favorite sign. Scorpio is his favorite sign. Yes, he rules Aries as well, and he loves the Aries, but his favorite sign is Scorpio. Mars in Scorpio is very potent, very powerful. That's why people who are born with Mars in Scorpio have a very potent, strong, resilient nature about them. People with Mars in Scorpio do not stop at nothing. They will keep on going and keep on going and keep on going. It is the most strongest, most powerful, most determined. I was going to say determinated. Going to sound like terminated, but most determined Mars that you can have. It's ruthless. It's very. It can be impatient and pushy, and maybe sometimes a little bit over controlling in some way, but it's a very, very powerful placement for Mars. Extremely fertile. Some people are already letting me know that they have Mars. Even Cowboy Shrimp. What a name, Cowboy Shrimp. Okay, who's letting me know I'm an Aries sun and have Scorpio Mars. Oh, great stuff. But Louisa Bazzi, is it Louisa Bazzi joined? Louisa Bazzi saying, I have Mars in Scorpio. Oh, so meaning you're having a Mars return soon. Happy Mars return to all of you people with Mars in Scorpio. It's a very, very strong placement. It's a good placement. Cloud Purple said, oh, determinated. We think you should coin this one, Israel. Yeah, I think I'll claim that one. Determinated. It's going up in the dictionary. That's it. You heard it right here. I want, what is it? Royalties. Yeah, that's what it is. Royalties. And speaking about Mars in Scorpio, I'm having another spoon of my sea moss. Tiffany saying, when can we pre-order your book? Oh, don't worry, you'll know. Ready for Mars to get out of my 12th house. Ooh. So yeah, Mars in Scorpio is really, really, really powerful, very resilient, very strong indeed. For people who have this it enables them to be able to, kind of take on challenges in a very determined way that doesn't allow them to back down. Sometimes it can be a bit vengeful, Mars in Scorpio is like a dog with a bone. It just won't let it go. That's the thing. Cowboy Shrimp saying, you realize I'm a woman? I have no idea that you're a woman. I'm just seeing the name. I do apologize. Cowboy Shrimp. I would have thought with a name like Cowboy Shrimp, that'd be a male, but okay, apologies. Female. Okay, sorry. A Mexican woman. Oh God, hot-blooded. How hot-blooded can you be? You're Mexican and you're an Aries with Mars in Scorpio. Oh my God. Shout out to SP. SP6, welcome to the show. It is what it is. No, you can never play me, dear. You can only play yourself. And everything's a reflection of you. But yeah, Tiffany's saying, I find Mars in Scorpio to be patient and strategic. I wouldn't use the word strategic for Mars in Scorpio. But yeah, there can be a patience because we have to remember that Scorpio is a fixed sign. It's a fixed sign, so it can. Hence why, that's why it has a huge amount of tenacity and resilience. So it can, but when it goes, and it doesn't let off so easy. So yeah. It's very, very resilient in that sense. It doesn't give up so easy. So yeah. But yeah, it's definitely patient. But I don't know, strategic. I don't know if that's a word. Mars is actually more strategic in Libra actually than it is in Scorpio. But it's a force to be reckoned with. That's for sure. Mars in Scorpio. It's a great placement for it. It's the best place for Mars. He loves it there. And what did the modern contemporary astrologers do? Take it away and give it to Pluto. Yeah, right. Belongs to Mr. Mars. This is the reason this is the least populated sign. It would be potent otherwise. It's very potent. Yeah. And Scorpio generally gets a bit of a bad rap. And because of this, there are certain zodiac signs that are inherently intense in a way. And Scorpio is one of them. You get these zodiac signs. There's two in particular, Scorpio and Aquarius. They have this kind of, because them and their rulers are kind of, it's almost like they're at odds with one another. So there's kind of like a paradox with them. But yeah. So it is what it is. SP, I would like to do a personal reading. Yeah, you can do that. No problem. Scorpio is one of these kind of zodiac, but it does get it out of all the zodiac signs. Scorpio always gets and it's because of that. If a Mars in Scorpio goes at you, you can be in a little bit of trouble. You've got something heavy on your hands. Let's put it that way. Tiffany's letting me know I'm Scorpio rising with Aquarius sun. Yeah, these are signs that are somewhat complicated. They're not necessarily easy. Aquarius a bit lighter because it's an air sign, but nevertheless that fixity, it's it's quite can be quite difficult. So Mars in Scorpio is really good, very powerful, very resilient, very determinated. And will push through things. Mars in Scorpio will get to the bottom of things. Can be great for somebody who is doing any kind of Martian kind of work, detective work, perhaps. Surgery. Mars in Scorpio can be great, excellent for surgery. Fireman. Anything to do with, risky behavior, risky job, risky type things. Mars in Scorpio will thrive there. So yeah, so that's cool. SP, how do I go about it? Yeah, just send me a DM. Go to my website, www.sacredplanets.co.uk. So yeah, Mars in Scorpio is very much like that. I'm looking at the time, seeing we're going to go way over time today. I've still got to talk about the eclipses. So that is Mars in Scorpio. Now over to the next question, which was asked about the eclipses. Are you even here? Is it DJ official? Are you still here? Because I'm about to talk about eclipses. Let yourself know. Name, rank, and number. So yeah. So what is happening here is agreed. Scorpio being a water sign, excellent for firemen. Yeah, fireman roles can be good for that. Police, that kind of thing. Clap people saying people should not create tiffs with Tiffany. A potent combination. Yeah, definitely. Stay away. Don't get into arguments with them. Especially if they're born during the day. Oh my God. Yeah. People with Mars and Scorpio tend to favor nighttime people, but that's another story for another time. Eclipses. Now we just had an eclipse. Of course, we had the full moon eclipse in Pisces recently, and somebody's asking me to talk about eclipses. Now, in short, eclipses mark beginnings and endings. They are to do with cycles, which span. Oh, you're still here. I haven't put you to sleep then. So eclipses are basically new moons or full moons on steroids. That's what I refer to it as. Now we have new moons and full moons every month, right? But they're not always eclipses, thank God. We will tend to, on average, have about 4, 5. There has been years where there's been 6, but on average, you will tend to have 4 a year, sometimes 5 eclipses in the year. And what will tend to happen is that eclipses mark a very important cycle in our lives, which are to do with beginnings and endings. The solar eclipses, which are new moon eclipses, anytime you hear the word solar eclipse, it means it's a new moon eclipse. And that is the beginning, right? Because new moons are about beginning of something. And then the full moon eclipse, which is a lunar eclipse, is the ending. Something's culminated, it's finished, right? And because they are so powerful, and eclipses tend to repeat themselves every 19 years. Every 19 years. And they also if you want to say, revert, I don't know. Am I making up another word here? Reverberate, revibrate. On a smaller scale, every 18, 19 months. Okay? So when we have an eclipse marks a point when it's a solar eclipse, which we've got coming up on the 21st, which I just spoke about, which is going to be in Virgo. Although it's not a total one, but it's an eclipse nevertheless, it's going to have a kick to it. Now, what eclipses do is they magnify what is already there in your birth chart, right? Depending on how it's making a connection in your birth chart. It will magnify it. Meaning, if it's something, and this also happens also on the world stage also as well, depending in the chart of a country. If an eclipse is making a huge impact in the chart of a country, shout out to Breath with Atma, who's joined us here. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge Show. If it's impacting something very important in the chart of a nation, we will see something in that nation, rise up. It's very likely some of the stuff like LaDonna was asking earlier on about, what's happening with France and all this kind of stuff and things, they're getting a bit of a shake-up. It can be magnified. It could be that these eclipses that we've just had in the last couple of weeks are kicking up. And by the way, when there is an eclipse, normally it starts to eclipses starts to bring things up even before the eclipse happens. About 2 weeks, a month, 2 months before, you will start to see, right? So this is this is what it is. So it magnifies what's already there. So if it's something negative that's there, well, it will magnify that. And if it's something positive, it will magnify that. Try not to see eclipses as always negative things, because very often they've always been associated with negative things. But I think that's just a part of human nature. We're always looking for the negative. We always hone in on the negative. We focus on the negative, but it's not always. Eclipses can be great things also as well, and can bring about great times for people. It depends what it's doing in the chart. For example, King Charles, his coming to the throne coincided with his mother passing in and around an eclipse, and him coming to the throne on an eclipse. Plus, he was born on one too. So we can see how the cycle essentially is. So this is how essentially eclipses work. And they work on a 19-year cycle. And on a lesser cycle, they work on an 18 and 19-month cycle also as well. So whenever time there is an eclipse, it's always very important. And again, if you know about astrology, or if you've got an astrologer, they will let you know where and how that eclipse is affecting you, and what it is that you can look forward to when there is a full moon eclipse. What is it that is ending in your life when there's a full moon lunar eclipse? What is it that has come to completion? What is it that is ending? What is it that you need to let go of? As opposed to if it's a new moon eclipse, a solar eclipse, what it is that you're planting. Because whatever it is that you're planting is going to be something that is going to be with you for the next 19 years. And that is a little bit of how eclipses are. So here, yeah. Cool. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna leave the reverberate. Spot on, Israel. Yeah, reverberate. It is a word, isn't it? 19, a powerful number too. Yeah, it is. Yes, indeed. And it's to do with the Saros cycle also as well. So yeah. 18 and a half, 19 years, round thereabout. But yeah, so that's how it works. So I think I'm gonna leave the stop sharing. I'm gonna leave the astrology there. What else have we got on the show? Well, it's competition time, I believe, and to make some announcements. Competition time. Competition time. People, let's put the email on the screen. You can see the email there on the screen. What it is I ask a question, and it's the first person who inboxes me next week, Wednesday at midnight UK time. So please, people, adjust your clocks depending where you are on the planet. UK, next week, Wednesday, midnight, UK time. The first person who answers the question gets to have £30. Soon, the money's going to be going up. It's going to be going up to 50, not much more, but you know, £50. You can buy your bottle of wine, so it can £30. You get to be the winner of £30. And so I want to go to last week's question and participants. Only 4 people participated this week, funny enough. And I'll read out the answers. So the question was, what are the 2 planets that are responsible for making people short in astrology? Did you know that astrology will tell you your height, your body type, your temperament? It's amazing. It's fascinating. And I suppose that gives me a chance to plug my astrology courses. Now, people, I know I say this every week, and I'm being dead serious. I can show you the email of the people doing my website, and they've finished it, and they're saying, we need to make these changes. We need to, and I'm just like, it's like I'm not even answering them, because I know that once that thing goes up, that discount is going to be gone. Now, people, I'm running an astrology course for beginners, intermediate, and advanced. You cannot do the intermediate unless you do the beginners. I say beginners, foundation. It's called foundation, fundamental. It's very loaded. There is more than 40 plus classes. That's live classes. That more. There is not 1. There is not 2. But there's going to be 3 live classes. There is no astrology platform on planet Earth that does that can compete with me on that. Live classes. You've got all the videos there. You can learn at your own pace. There's reading materials there, PDF books of which you can read. So I provide reading material there for you. There's quizzes. Everything is all there. And there is a 50% discount going on right now, but not for so long. So you want to jump on it now while you can. You've been told, 50% discount. You get lifetime access upon signing up. Do remember, all my courses, whether it's tarot, numerology, speaking about tarot, numerology, they are coming all up. End of this month, beginning of October, we're going to have tarot beginners class, which is a 12-week class. There's going to be intermediate tarot for those of you who've done the beginners. Numerology, bringing it back in, baby. This time, it's re-energized. It's a numerology on steroids. So for those of you who took the first one, you're more than welcome to join again at no extra cost. But there's going to be also a new course for numerology. Palmistry courses. Remember, destiny is in your hands. Everything is written all on the palms. So yes. The compatibility expert. What a name. I love that. The compatibility expert is in the building. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge show. As I was saying, palmistry classes should be starting end of this month, beginning of October as well. So shoot me a now. Oh, hold on a minute. I don't want to confuse you. Obviously, you can see on the screen there. I'll just take that down. But if you do want to shoot me an email if you're interested, sacredplanets@gmail.com. That's for the courses. That's for the courses. I just thought I'd put that up there. I may put it up there again. sacredplanets@gmail.com. It's quite easy to thing. You can also go to my website as well, sacredplanets.co.uk. And you can, if you want to have a quick chat with me about, you can book yourself a sort of like a 10-15 minute free consultation, and we can have a word about that as well. And I can give you the passcode to be able to get the 50% discount. So that's going to be there. Lifetime access you get lifetime access. You can study it for as long as you want. However, you do have to take the exam, and you do have to pass the exam. before you come to the intermediate level, and the same goes for the intermediate level to the advanced. But and I teach you everything about the planets, about the signs, about the houses, about the aspects, about fixed stars, how to predict transits, progression. All of that is all there and more. You learn all about everything, how to predict with eclipses, everything, all in there. So come on board, people. Come on board. So that's my astrology course right there. Let's get to the competition time. After me going on a rant about how great astrology is, I would say that, wouldn't I? I'm an astrologer. What do you expect? What is it I was going to say? The question last week was, what two planets are responsible for making you short? Who came in first? Olina, you got in first. Olina says, answer, Israel. Saturn and Neptune may give short stature, indefinite positions in the chart. Incorrect. Amon comes in Mercury and Saturn. Okay. Incorrect. Amy, hi Israel. I think Mercury and Saturn are the planets that cause people to be short. It's like you're all getting one. You're all getting one right. And Christian says, Mercury and the moon. Yeah, I know. You're going to call me out, bro. I honestly have no idea on this. I've got to laugh for that one. You kind of, nobody got it. You got one. Olena got one. Amy got one. Amon got one. I need both. So Saturn is one of them. The other one is Mars. Yep. You have to remember, they are the malefics. They're the ones that decrease things, take things away. Mercury gives height. So does Jupiter. Anywho, the two planets that make people short are Mars and Saturn. They're both malefic planets. Those are the ones that do that. Okay, so no winner this week. However, the question for next week, I ask a question. This is how it goes. First person who inboxes me next week, Wednesday, midnight, UK time, make sure welcome to the show, Mango Rubicon. I love that. Mango Rubicon. Oh, that sounds like a nice flavored drink, cocktail drink. I don't drink alcohol, but yeah. Mr. Atkins says, unfortunately, got to go. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Don't worry, I'll soon be finishing anyway. I'm over time myself. People, pay close attention for next week's prize. If I want to cut my hair because I want it to grow back fast and thick, I want my hair to be thick, right? And I want to cut it. So I want the best time. So this is electional astrology here. I want to cut my hair so it grows back fast and thick. What is the best sign for the moon to be in? And what lunar phase do I cut it? Two answers there. I want my hair to grow back fast and thick. What is the best zodiac sign I need the moon to be in? And what lunar phase do I cut it? That is the question for this week. First person who inboxes me next week, Wednesday, midnight, UK time, gets £30. If I want to cut my hair because I want it to grow back fast and thick, what is the best zodiac sign for the moon to be in, and what lunar phase do I make the cut? Okay. For those of you who are listening to the recording, of course, the email address is the Lunar Lounge Podcast at gmail.com. The Lunar Lounge Podcast at gmail.com. For those of you watching me on your screen, you can see it. It's right there. The Lunar Lounge Podcast at gmail.com. So yeah, it is what it is. Many treasures shared here today. Yeah, sharing a bit of gems. What's happened? I was looking for my tarot cards there. But it's time for the tarot card before we start bringing the show to a close. Let's get rid of the email address there. So tarot card of the week, just shuffling the cards here. Got a few exciting things lined up for the Lunar Lounge. So yeah, it is what it is. Angela Love is saying thank you, Israel. Thank you for what? For the show? Well, what are you thanking me for? But I'm just shuffling the cards here. Let's get the tarot card of the week. Let's see what's coming out here for the week and bring the show to an end. So just shuffling there. I'm gonna come from up top. Let's go up top. What we got? Oh, we like it. We like it. We like it. We like a little bit of that, don't we? We like the Empress. Abundance, fertility, growth. Angela saying for being you. Aww. That is so sweet. The Empress. Maybe that's you. But the Empress, of course it is. Every female who's listening, tuned into the show is an Empress. It's everybody. It's all of you. So we've got the Empress. So what is this telling us over the course of the next week? Well, it's indicating that we've got abundance here. We've got some kind of abundance. So something we need to be productive, right? We need to be productive. We need to be birthing something. We need to be producing something, and we need to be producing something tangible. That is what this card essentially is about. This card is about really appreciating your surroundings, appreciating your surroundings, your comforts, your luxuries. This card is actually asking you to step into the realm of the physical realm. Get in touch with the senses, get in touch with love, beauty. This is what it is. And it's actually indicating that we're going to experience that. Perhaps that's going to be coinciding with Venus sextiling Mars, which is happening right now. I think it's great, right? But it's good. Nice, fertile. So it's indicating that we've got something, we've got grounds in order to make something manifest in our lives over the course of the next week. This is brilliant. People, wonderful. We've got grounds, we've got stability, we've got something that can produce things in our life that allow us to be abundant. We want abundance. It's kind of got a Taurus nature to it, this card. Brilliant. The Empress. Watch out for that powerful woman in your life as well, whoever she is. Angela saying, what do you think for the show? For which show? My show? What are you saying? I want to take my last scoop of sea moss here. Answer that question, please, Angela. What do I think of what show? This show? It's all right. Can be better. Will be better. People, I will be back next week, same place, same time. Every Wednesday, 12:30 p.m. GMT. Jack saying email address, please. Are you talking about my email address or which email address in particular are you speaking about? This is my email address. I'll put it back on the screen. Again, for those of you listening to the recordings, For the competition. Oh, for the competition. Oh, sorry. Let me change that. For the competition, the email address is the Lunar Lounge Podcast at gmail.com. The Lunar Lounge Podcast at gmail.com. The first person who inboxes me next week, Wednesday, midnight UK time. So do adjust your clocks if you're outside of the UK. Will get to win £30. The question was, I want to cut my hair because I want to grow it back faster and thicker. I want it to be real thick. What is the best sign I need the moon to be in? And what is the lunar phase I have to do the cutting? That's what it is. So for the competition, that's it right there. Lunar Lounge Podcast at gmail.com. First person who inboxes me next week, Wednesday at midnight, you should have £30 sent over to you. Angela saying, I was saying thank you for the show. Thank you, Angela. Namaste. Love it. Coco Brown, thank you. See you next week. Thank you tremendously. Coming from Yvette, thank you. Thank you, Faith. Thank you for attending. Thank you for your attention. But it's that time, isn't it? Got to check out. People, hit me up. If you want
to the Lunar Lounge.
Astrology courses, all going full blast by the end of this month.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
Like I said, astrology courses, listen, get in there well at 50% because it's going to go. And I know people are going to be like, oh, but can't you? No, get it now, please. LaDonna, shout out to you. Say greetings to your mother. Madonna, she was here a moment ago. But give shout outs to her. Yeah, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about this France and Africa thing, man. Yeah, people are I tell ya, things ain't what you think they are. Anywho, people, my name is Israel Josie. You have been listening to the one and only Lunar Lounge. I want to give shout outs to everybody who tuned in here. SP, Geraldine, thank you so much. Pretty, thank you. Namaste to you. And to your husband and to the family. Shout out to everybody. Geraldine, Hannah Marshall, SP, Cowboy Trip from Mexico.
To the Lunar Lounge.
Hola, amigos. Yes, my little bit of Spanish right there. ¿Cómo estás?
Welcome to the Lunar
See,
Lounge.
I do speak a bit of Spanish, but thank you for your participation. Didn't seem like you was a troll. I thought you was. But later on, it was your Mars in Scorpio and Sun in Aries. I get it. It is what it is. Listen, you have been tuned into the Lunar Lounge podcast with myself. I will be back with you next week, same place, same time. On that note, take care, people, and stay blessed.
Welcome
Thank you.
to the Lunar Lounge.
The Hitmakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Hitmakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Hitmakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.